the son, the father, the husband, who has just completed his 5th tour in Afghanistan, Officer Christian Dinkins. Welcome home.
No matter how far you travel, your loved ones are always the most comforting place to return to. They provide the warmth and affection we crave after exploring the outside world. That's why many people, including soldiers, make their homecoming a special moment by surprising their loved ones. One example is in this video, which shows a soldier who has just returned from a year-long deployment in Afghanistan. However, his family is unaware of his return.
Angela's husband and Brandon and Kira's dad!
To surprise them, he planned a special moment by arriving unexpectedly during his daughter's award ceremony, where she was being honored as an outstanding wrestler.
Support I get from my school, my friends, and especially my family.
After having a brief chat with the master of ceremony, it was time for the soldier to be called onto the field. His family was utterly shocked to see him home earlier than expected.
Sergeant First Class David Baker!
Especially since he hadn't informed them about his return, the reunion turned into an emotional moment for them and the audience.
It was just the best feeling in the world.
Welcome home, sir.
From the decorations in this house, it's clear that the video was recorded during Christmas celebrations. Christmas is usually a time for families to gather together. That's why this soldier made an effort to come home for Christmas to make his parents happy. However, he planned his return as a surprise for them. The surprise began while his mother and father were taking photos. They had no idea that their son, who was on duty, had finally come home for Christmas. They were incredibly surprised to see him standing behind them. Naturally, they immediately hugged the soldier to express how much they missed him. After serving in a military area, this soldier finally got the chance to come home. His return was eagerly awaited by his family, especially his children. When the soldier arrived home, his children were ecstatic and overjoyed to see him. He even brought a teddy bear for his daughter, making the reunion even sweeter. The joy and happiness on their faces showed just how much they missed their father, making this homecoming a truly heartwarming moment. From the expressions of his two children, it is evident how happy they are to see their father return. It's no wonder they hugged and clung to him so tightly. Especially at such a young age, they need their father as their hero. Truly heartwarming, isn't it? A soldier just got the chance to come home. This time, his return was planned to surprise his girlfriend.
And Sixers Nation, and especially to my girlfriend Angela, who is a Sixers dancer in her rookie year. Wait.
She was utterly shocked to see her boyfriend on the Jumbotron. Even more surprising, he was right there in person. The girl couldn't hold back her tears, overwhelmed by the soldier's surprise. He even brought a bouquet of flowers for her. All her friends were undoubtedly envious of their romantic moment. Who would have thought that surprising a father could make everyone tear up? You can see this in the following video. A soldier finally returns from his military duty. However, he didn't inform his father about his return at all. He decided to surprise his father at his workplace. The father was incredibly shocked to see his son finally come home. Humorously, he kept protesting about his son's sudden appearance. Despite his protests, the father was clearly overjoyed to see his son. Their warm embrace showed how happy they were to reunite after such a long time. This Ukrainian soldier got the chance to return home, but his arrival was kept a secret from his entire family. The goal was to surprise them and bring them joy and happiness. So, how did they react? As you can see, the family was incredibly surprised to see the soldier return home so unexpectedly. They had thought that he wouldn't be back for quite some time. But there he was, right in front of them. So they took the opportunity to embrace and release their longing. Anyone would surely do the same if they were reunited with a family member they hadn't seen in a long time. Soldiers often surprise their families with their returns, and this moment is captured in this video, which shows a soldier wanting to surprise his mother. However, since his mother is a teacher, the soldier decides to surprise her at school. Filled with joy, he quickly makes his way to his mother's school. Upon entering the school, his mother is initially unaware that her son is right behind her. But after a gentle touch, she realizes her son has returned from his duties. Overwhelmed with happiness, she immediately embraces him. Yes, the surprise for his mother was a complete success.
We're gonna surprise Grandma and Grandpa.
That is so awesome.
Oh, they knew everything else.
A father always wants to give the best to his child, and this soldier tries to do just that by surprising his child with his return. The soldier finally arrives at his child's school to meet him. With steady steps, he approaches his child's desk. Upon reaching his child's desk, the soldier immediately hugs him. The child is shocked to see his father suddenly standing before him. The child then turns around and embraces his father. To avoid looking too emotional, the child wears a hat while hugging his father. Their embrace undoubtedly makes everyone in the classroom feel their joy. It must be acknowledged that a soldier's return is always special for their family, but it's also significant for pets, as seen in this video, which shows a dog bursting with excitement upon realizing its owner has finally returned from duty. Without the dog saying a word, it's clear how thrilled he is to see his owner return. He can't stop jumping and licking his owner. The dog is fortunate to have such a kind owner. The soldier still responds to his ecstatic dog. Undoubtedly, the dog will stick close to his owner for several days. In this video, a soldier who has just returned from duty in Afghanistan walks towards the room where his father works. His early arrival presents a perfect opportunity to surprise his father.
No, he's my purpose. Go get.
Filled with joy, the soldier continues to search for his father's room, but Eventually, he finds it. He knocks softly, and his father opens the door, visibly shocked to see his son before him. The soldier's presence even brings tears to his father's eyes. However, these tears are described as priceless joy for him.
I'm gonna smack you. Oh, for God's sake.
This time, a soldier's surprise is different from the previous ones. In this video, a soldier will surprise his friends with his return. Fortunately, his friends are all gathered in one place, making it easy to surprise them. Indeed, his arrival shocks all his friends, as the soldier had not informed them he would be returning. Of course, if he had, it wouldn't have been a surprise, but surely all his friends are delighted to see the soldier finally back. They take turns embracing him. This soldier has finally received permission to return home. Happy, he comes back without informing any of his family members. All this is solely to surprise his family. But how will his family react to his sudden appearance? Naturally, his sudden appearance shocks both his child and his wife. His child runs to the soldier and immediately hugs him, unable to hold back tears. His wife, also present, cries upon seeing her husband, who is a soldier, finally return from duty. Their reunion certainly draws the attention of everyone present. During an American football game, a soldier plans to surprise his family. Initially, the soldier appears on the Videotron at the stadium.
Wife, my children, my mother and father, I miss you, I love you, and I'll be home soon, I promise.
From that video alone, his family is already sad due to being separated from him. But unexpectedly, the soldier appears at the end of the field.
Father, the husband, who has just completed his 5th tour in Afghanistan, Officer Christian Dinkins.
This sudden appearance shocks his family. Naturally, they rush over to meet the soldier. They embrace, releasing their longing for each other. But the happiest is his son, who cries while hugging his father.
I was like, oh my gosh. I just broke down in tears.
Very overwhelming. Like, I'm speechless. Like, really.
In this video, you'll see how a soldier surprises his sister with his return. The surprise takes place while his sister is at school. Initially, the soldier stands behind his sister, unnoticed. But soon after, his sister turns around and is shocked to see him there. They then embrace to release their longing. Their meeting is significant, especially since a soldier has long stints away from home. With this surprise, the soldier hopes to bring joy to his sister. For months, or even years, a soldier will fulfill their duties far from home. And some are stationed outside their own country. Consequently, they must endure being away from their loved ones. However, they do have a few opportunities to return home and visit their families. This man has long dedicated himself to his country, willingly staying away from friends and family to fulfill his duties.
I miss you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. to see you. Happy birthday, Dad.
Finally, he gets the opportunity to come home and decides to plan a special surprise. During a sports event, a little girl is called to the edge of the field and is surprised by the presence of someone she has been eagerly waiting for, her father. She looks incredibly happy and jumps with joy into her father's arms. The scene is accompanied by the enthusiastic applause of the audience, making the moment even warmer and ensuring it becomes an unforgettable memory. A soldier finally gets a chance to return to his family, but his son at home is unaware of his return. Thus, his arrival is going to be a surprise for his son. When the soldier returns, he hopes his son will be the one to open the door. And indeed, it is his son who opens it. Startled, the soldier's son immediately runs and hugs his father, who has just returned from duty. He also shouts to inform everyone that his father is finally home.
Daddy, my daddy's home!
But amusingly, the soldier's son keeps saying how much he has missed him.
I missed you!
After completing his duties, this soldier is finally granted permission to return home. And as he returns, his child is right there on the porch. Initially, the toddler, still crawling, does not realize that the soldier is his father, but soon after, the little child recognizes that the arriving person is his dad. The little child approaches his father with a joyful smile, and their meeting becomes a touching moment between the soldier and his child. It must be acknowledged that a child so young would typically not recognize their father, especially if he has been away on duty for a long time. However, miraculously, the child realizes that the man returning from duty is his father. This soldier can be described as quite mischievous because he didn't inform his daughters about his return. Indeed, his return was also meant to attend his daughter's graduation. However, the surprise came earlier during the rehearsal for his daughter's graduation ceremony.
Officer Munson, all the way from Kuwait to surprise his daughter Grace and Margaret.
As the soldier approaches, his eldest daughter spots him arriving. She appears quite shocked by her father's arrival. Similarly, his second daughter, who is participating in the graduation rehearsal, is also very surprised to see her father.
And I know it goes without saying, but I, along with the class of 2015, Mr. Munson, want to thank you for serving your country and everything you do for us.
It's understandable that they are shocked, given that the soldier returned earlier than expected.
Oh, there's your mama.
A soldier from the U.S. Navy truly succeeded in bringing tears to his entire family by suddenly appearing without prior notice. Anyone would be shocked if a loved one who has been away for a long time suddenly appears right before us, especially if it is a family member. His mother immediately stands up from her comfortable sofa and embraces him. His sister is also quite shocked to see him arrive unexpectedly. Their pet dog also seems very happy to see the soldier, evidenced by it not stopping jumping towards him. This video captures a heartwarming moment where a soldier finally returns from his duties. But his return is particularly special for him and his small family. The soldier, having finally seen his child for the first time, is overwhelmed with joy at his return. He also holds his child for the first time, and it's clear how thrilled he is to finally meet and embrace his child. His wife, who had to give birth without him by her side, shares in this joy. We salute you, warrior. Your service will never be forgotten. A mother and her beautiful daughter are at the airport, waiting for a soldier, a husband, and a father who has just been given the opportunity to come home. This return is particularly special as he gets to see his beautiful daughter for the first time. The happy moment is captured on camera. Without needing to explain, it's evident they are profoundly happy. After being apart for so long, they finally get to be together. Moreover, in their little family, they now have a child, the greatest joy of their lives. This soldier quite successfully surprises his family upon his return. When he suddenly comes home, his entire family is visibly shocked. One family member even throws something on the table and flips it over. Although the action is exaggerated, it's a testament to how surprised they were by his return. Despite everything, they are overjoyed to see the soldier return home, especially one family member who hugs the soldier. It's clear how pleased and happy he is to see the soldier back home, even though he might get scolded for intentionally flipping the table. Behind the soldiers who bravely fight in wars are individuals, just like anyone else, yearning for their families. Like this soldier who misses his younger brother. That's why he finally asks for permission to return and visits his younger brother at school. Look at how happy they both are. Of course, they must have been apart for a long time. Naturally, they missed each other deeply. That's why as soon as they met, they embraced each other to release their longing. The soldier also didn't forget to kiss his younger brother on the cheek. It was truly a very touching reunion for us all. During her graduation ceremony, this woman was unaware that a surprise had been prepared for her. The surprise was orchestrated by her brother, who is a soldier.
That she will do amazing things in her life. She is wonderful.
And indeed, the surprise was meant to make her special day even more meaningful.
I know that she will do amazing things in
And look at the happiness expressed by the soldier with his sister. When she sees the soldier, the sister can't hold back her tears. It's understandable why she cries. The soldier made a great effort to be there on her special day. It is generally difficult for a soldier to take leave, especially just for a family graduation, but this soldier managed to make it happen. This beautiful soldier finally has the opportunity to come home. But her return was not communicated by her mother. All of this was to surprise the mother she loves. And look at how they finally meet at the mother's workplace. From a distance, the mother starts crying upon seeing her daughter in a military uniform finally come home. It's understandable why the mother cries. Months of separation have built up her longing. Interestingly, the mother is initially angry because her daughter didn't inform her of her return. But despite that, the mother is undoubtedly overjoyed that her daughter has come home. This time, a soldier makes a significant effort to return from his duties so that he can be there when his wife gives birth. However, due to various obstacles, the soldier arrives after his wife has already given birth. Nonetheless, both the soldier and his wife are overjoyed to see their child born healthy. This reunion is profoundly meaningful for them, as the soldier now truly becomes a father. Especially for his wife, who sheds tears after giving birth, it's genuinely a moment of joy. This family never anticipated that their dinner would turn out to be incredibly special. Out of nowhere, a young man carrying flowers walks up to their table. One of the women, who happens to be the young man's mother, screams in surprise. She immediately hugs her son tightly. Overwhelmed with emotion, she pulls back to look at his face again before embracing him once more, crying with joy. It's a heartwarming reunion that catches the attention of everyone around, making the dinner an unforgettable experience. This soldier unexpectedly visits his father, who is ill. Naturally, his father is quite surprised, to the point of tears upon seeing his son finally has the opportunity to come home. Initially, the father does not want to be hugged by his son. Could it be that the father is angry due to the long absence?
No! I'm coming. No!
Tell the world I'm coming.
It turns out that the father wants to stand up from his wheelchair and salute his son. His aim is clearly to honor his son. And after they finish saluting each other, they finally embrace. It's a firm, yet moving scene. On the special day of his sister's wedding, this soldier intends to surprise her. Of course, to make his sister happy. So when his sister's about to hold the groom's hand, the soldier steps in to take his place and see how his sister reacts. Naturally, the sister is shocked to the point of tears. She surely did not expect the soldier to appear on her special day. Despite the surprise, she is immensely happy. Truly delighted to see the soldier there. This time, a woman is attending her brother's basketball game.
Halfway around the world, serving his country.
So, she records the moment to commemorate these special days.
Please welcome the father of Carlisle High School junior, Morgan, and senior basketball.
Unexpectedly, the two siblings receive a highly significant surprise during the game. The surprise comes from their father, who is a soldier. Both siblings are utterly shocked to see their father suddenly appear at the game. Particularly the daughter, who runs swiftly towards her father. The cheers and applause from the audience add to the excitement of this family reunion. This soldier decides to surprise his brother with his return, and the surprise is quite amusing. The soldier casually sits in front of his brother's house on the porch. Unfortunately, it's his brother's wife who first opens the door. But soon after, the brother comes out and hugs the soldier. From their long embrace, it's clear they haven't seen each other for a long time. Now, they finally have the chance to reunite after being apart for so long. This soldier has the opportunity to return home. He uses this chance to surprise his brother in the best way possible. Thus, the soldier visits his brother's school. But since it is lunchtime, his brother is in the cafeteria. As the soldier approaches, his brother is truly shocked. He is so surprised that he can't believe the soldier has come. Due to the surprise, the soldier and his brother receive cheers and applause from all the students. In this video, the soldier visits a supermarket. However, his visit is not for personal shopping. Instead, the soldier wants to surprise his sister, who works there, and watch how this surprise unfolds. Approaching from behind, the soldier surprises his sister, leading to an immediate embrace. This embrace serves to release the longing they've felt over nearly 5 months apart. Finally, they reunite there. In this video, a woman profoundly misses her husband, who has been assigned to a specific region. Almost every day she cries, waiting for his return after 9 months. It's natural for her to miss her husband so intensely. Anyone would deeply miss their loved ones, especially their partner. On that day, she finally meets her husband again. They managed to endure the longing until the soldier's duties were completed. Most importantly, they are joyful about their reunion. Many say that life is most joyful when one can always be with their loved ones. However, in reality, not everyone can achieve this ideal. Each person's path is unique. Some are able to always be with their loved ones, while others must endure separations due to circumstances. Just like the individuals in these videos, who have made the sacrifice to leave for a while, paying the price for future togetherness. At a sporting event, a naval officer surprises his family with a video message that includes touching words for his father, mother, and girlfriend.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the game. Wish I could be there with you. I love you and I miss you. And I'll see you soon.
All three are visibly moved and nearly brought to tears as they watch the heartfelt message.
And I'll see you soon. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the game. Wish I could be there with you. I love you and I miss you. And I'll see you soon.
After the video ends, the girlfriend glances behind and covers her mouth in shock. She sees her beloved standing right in front of her. The soldier's parents soon realize what's happening. Unable to hold back their tears, they immediately embrace their beloved son tightly. The audience continuously applauds, witnessing this warm reunion. During a break at a sports game, a young boy is called to the side of the field. He seems to be joking around with a character in a funny costume. But soon after, a woman in military uniform approaches him. It turns out to be his mother, who has been away on national duty for a long time. The entire audience becomes emotional, witnessing the touching reunion between mother and son. A mother is working seriously when she suddenly realizes that her son, who has been serving in the military, has unexpectedly come to her office. She is utterly astonished to see him. The mother laughed out of sheer joy, but also couldn't hold back her tears. She continued to hug her son tightly, as if she never wanted him to leave her side again. A father and mother were sitting in a restaurant waiting for their order when they heard a voice from behind asking if there was an empty seat. When the father turned to see who it was, he became very emotional. Not just the father, but the mother also felt the same surge of emotion. She couldn't stop her tears when she realized that their son, who had been serving in the military, had finally come home. A little girl was in front of a computer when suddenly someone hugged and lifted her from behind. She screamed very loudly.
Josh!
Initially, she was scared, but her fear quickly turned to happiness when she realized who was embracing her. It was her father, who had been away on military duty for a long time.
What's your number? Hey. Josh!
Overwhelmed with joy, the girl began to cry, but her father made jokes, turning her tears into happy laughter.
Trick you. When'd you get glasses?
On Thanksgiving night, families usually gather together. This family was doing just the same. However, they never expected that this night would turn into a very special evening because one of their family members, who had previously been on military duty, had returned home safely. The atmosphere became even warmer with the return of this family member. Their happiness was complete on that day. On a bright afternoon, a family gathered in their home's yard. They planned to make a video together. Not forgetting a family member who was away from them, a portrait of a beautiful woman in an army uniform was included in the photo session. Shortly after the recording began, someone realized that the person photographed had returned from duty. Everyone was shocked and surprised. In the end, they all hugged each other to let each other go.
Were you with Maggie?
On the plane?
How you doing?
Are you here to stay for the weekend? Until Tuesday. Oh my god! Mom, that's why I've been texting. I'm like, okay.
In a school, in the middle of a lesson, these two little girls were told by the teacher to come to the front of the class. They read the letter they had written to their father in front of the other students. For a long time, they read the letters with great emotion. They said that they loved their father very much and wanted to see him again soon.
Is my true hero is my daddy. He is special to me because he fights for our country. He protects me from bad people. He's always there to hear me out. He loves spending time with me. Before my dad left to Japan, we would go to the park and wait until my mom got out.
Until finally, the father figure they had been waiting for appeared. The two children couldn't contain their surprise and immediately ran into their father's arms. In front of the other students, they released their longing for each other.
Oh, that was good. That was just unexpected.
In a park, this curly-haired girl was playing with her friends. Moments later, she was surprised by the arrival of someone who was her long-awaited father. This girl looked very happy because she had really missed her father. In front of her friends, she couldn't hide how happy she was. This father found a very interesting way to surprise his beloved son. At a dolphin water park, he secretly approached his son, who was learning how to greet dolphins from a pool attendant. It didn't take long for the son to turn around and notice his father's presence. He immediately screamed with joy and jumped into his father's arms. They looked extremely happy, having longed for each other for quite some time.
The marine mammal team at the Indianapolis Zoo helped a U.S. Navy officer give the surprise of a lifetime for his 9-year-old son. Sound up and tissues ready. This one hits you right in the feels.
In a room where the school was holding an event, a little girl was attentively participating with her friends. However, she was soon taken by surprise by the arrival of her father, who had been away for a long time. The father immediately embraced his daughter tightly, occasionally gazing at her face with immense gratitude. He was evidently overjoyed to be reunited with his beloved daughter. Accompanied by applause from everyone in the room, the atmosphere turned profoundly touching. Parental love is often described as unconditional love. Regardless of a child's flaws or strengths, a parent's love remains steadfast. This is perhaps what a father who had just returned from duty wanted to demonstrate. He went to his child's school and stood in the middle of the field, waiting as his child, who has difficulty walking, slowly approached him. The moment became incredibly emotional as the child finally reached his father. The father was undoubtedly proud of his child's perseverance. It doesn't require flowers or a romantic setting. Sometimes, a reunion after a long separation can be the sweetest moment between a couple. Such was the case for this couple. A woman is seen picking up her husband, a soldier, who had been away on military duty for an extended period. Their reunion highlights the deep joy and relief of being together again. a beautiful bouquet of flowers, this member of the Navy slowly walked into her home where her family was gathered. Initially, her arrival was greeted casually. However, the mother eventually realized that it was her daughter. She immediately embraced her daughter very tightly. A look of pure happiness was clearly visible on the mother's face. While busily enjoying themselves at a playground, these two children had no idea they were about to receive a big surprise.
Miss them? Because we used to fight each other a lot.
Okay. What would you...
Their father, who had just returned from duty, had secretly gone to the playground and surprised his children as they were about to take a photo.
What would you say to your dad?
Same thing, probably.
Okay. Well, how about this? How about that turn around?
He stood right behind them and joined in the pose. Eventually, the children realized who was standing behind them. Upon discovering it was their dearly missed father, they turned around and warmly hugged him.
Go get in there. Bleeding. Yeah, forget about the bleeding for a second.
The service of soldiers is invaluable to a nation. Yet, this commitment often means they are stationed far from home, away from their loved ones. When they do get a chance to reunite, those moments are some of the most heartfelt you'll ever witness.
Hi. What are you here for?
In this video, a soldier makes a surprise visit to his grandmother's residence. She had no idea he was coming.
Late tonight, there is a potential. If we can clear out the skies too quickly, our temperatures will drop fast.
As the soldier knocks on the door, the grandmother quickly opens it. Notice the expression on her face when she sees her grandson returning from his duties.
Temperatures will drop fast, and we could have a little patchy freezing.
Who is that?
So that's where you get the fog.
She's visibly shocked to see her grandson, who is a soldier, suddenly back home. But of course, the grandmother is ecstatic to see him.
Oh, Brian. Oh, my heavens.
This is evident from how she continually hugs the soldier after he enters the house. At least the soldier has managed to make his grandmother very happy.
No, that's a reaction.
Who is that?
She's giggling like a little girl.
Come here, Brian. Oh, my heavens, I'm crying. When did you get in?
Today.
What, flying or what?
No, my dad picked me up.
What, John?
Well, my roommate dropped me off in Wilmington, which is about 2 hours away. And then my dad picked me up there at 6 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
She kind of had the same reaction.
Oh my goodness.
What'd you call me?
I said little shit.
In this moment, a soldier plans to surprise his child who is exercising on a sports field. He arrives and begins to massage his child's shoulders while the child listens to instructions from a coach.
Big, giant, happy family out here, and we got to work together. So if we don't work together, we don't realize.
Initially, the child does not turn around to see who is massaging his shoulders. But as all his friends turn around, he does too.
So if we don't work together, we don't realize what we're supposed to be doing. Okay?
To his astonishment, it's his father massaging his shoulders. The child is incredibly surprised to see his father behind him.
This is Austin's dad. He just got back from
He then stands up and hugs his father. This reunion is joyously welcomed by everyone present.
This is Austin's dad. He just got back from deployment.
This soldier made a significant effort to return home. His motivation was to be there for the birth of his child. Thus, the soldier comes home bearing gifts, including balloons and flowers, to show appreciation for his wife, who bravely gave birth to their child. However, this gesture brings her to tears. The soldier immediately hugs his wife and kisses her forehead as a sign of his affection for her. It's understandable that his wife cries, as all expectant mothers wish for their husbands to be by their side when they give birth to their children. This soldier's wife is no exception, even though achieving this is quite challenging for them. On this special Christmas day, the soldier arrives with a surprise for his grandfather. He hopes his grandfather will be delighted by the family gathering to celebrate Christmas at home.
I felt kind of bad about bringing them all in, but Grandma said to bring them in, so I thought it might be okay.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
And the surprise turns out to be successful. The grandfather's quite shocked to see his presence.
Oh, honey.
They eventually embrace, releasing the longing they've felt for each other. This reunion adds warmth to the home during Christmas.
Sunday, so get the spring Christmas with you guys. What?
You're here till Sunday?
Not here till Sunday.
Certainly, they also hope that future Christmas celebrations can be spent with the entire family. Isn't that something everyone desires?
Come in here.
Oh, honey.
Yeah. Here till Sunday, so. Oh, really?
Trying to find your picture so I could show her how.
He came in here and they came in and they said, look what we got. And I thought it was somebody else.
This surprise turns out to be quite amusing. The soldier intends to surprise his younger brother. However, his younger brother plans to surprise someone else.
I don't see Andrew. Where's Andrew?
So, when everyone enters, the soldier's younger brother immediately surprises someone else. But when he turns around, he himself is shocked.
Who knows?
He then jumps and hugs the soldier. The soldier's brother even cries after seeing him arrive unexpectedly. It's clear they have deeply missed each other due to being apart for a long time.
Who knows?
This soldier plans to surprise his fiancée on her birthday. So the surprise is that the soldier suddenly shows up during her photo shoot.
Hey guys, I'm about to surprise my fiance. The photo shoot. Come on.
And when the soldier unexpectedly arrives from behind, you can see how shocked she is. She is so surprised that she almost falls, whether from tripping or from the shock of seeing the soldier appear in front of her. Indeed, on his fiancée's special day, the soldier successfully delivered a memorable surprise to his beloved. This Air Force soldier was finally allowed to return home. Knowing this, his wife, child, and other relatives came to pick him up. As the helicopter he was aboard landed, the soldier emerged. Instantly, his wife ran towards him and embraced him to release the longing. After their embrace, his wife brought their child to him. The soldier was clearly overjoyed to see his family there to greet him. He then picked up his beautiful daughter. Certainly a father would miss his child while at work, especially a soldier. It's a moment they will never forget. This soldier collaborated with his girlfriend's family to surprise her with his return. He hoped that his girlfriend would be shocked when she saw him, but did the plan succeed? Yes, the plan worked, eliciting an extraordinary surprised expression from his partner. Some onlookers even laughed, seeing her shocked face. The soldier's presence undoubtedly brought joy to his girlfriend, even though her heart raced from the surprise. But clearly, this meeting will be remembered for the rest of their lives, right? A soldier finally has a chance to come home. Mischievously, he plans to surprise his brother. Since his brother was at work, the soldier visited his workplace and collaborated with his brother's co-workers to pull off the surprise. The surprise indeed shocked his brother, which is understandable since the soldier hadn't informed him of his return. They then embraced to release their mutual longing. All his brother's co-workers cheered and applauded their reunion. Initially, the soldier returned home and played with a young child. Then he knocked on a door, prompting his mother to open it. While previous videos have shown soldiers surprising their closest family members, like parents, siblings, children, or partners, this one is different as a soldier surprises his cousin on their wedding day. Watch how the family reacts to the arrival of this soldier. One family member immediately hugs him as he unexpectedly shows up. Applause from the guests accompanies the reunion. especially his cousin, who can hardly believe the soldier has come on such a special day. Their close relationship is undeniably evident. Usually, soldiers do not inform their families when they will return. However, this soldier told his family he would return on a different date. In reality, he was able to come home that day, but wanting to surprise his mother, he went ahead with his plan. His earlier arrival obviously shocks his mother immensely. The surprise even brings her to tears in the embrace of her son. Behind it all, she is overjoyed and happy that she can finally see her son, and the soldier should be prepared, as his mother will likely cook his favorite meal. Who would have thought that surprising a parent could create such... The surprise was quite humorous, because the soldier was sleeping on the sofa, covered by a blanket, effectively camouflaging himself.
Yay! Can I let my puppies out? Like, just out of the care?
This soldier had the chance to come home after completing his duties, but planned to surprise his younger sister. Thus, he visited his sister's school to catch her off guard. He then sat right behind her. When his sister realized the soldier was behind her, she immediately burst into tears. Perhaps they hadn't seen each other for so long that she couldn't hold back her tears. The soldier then hugged his sister to comfort her. He certainly succeeded in surprising his sister, or at least in making her cry. This soldier suddenly returned home without informing his family, especially his mother. This caused his mother to be extremely surprised to see her son suddenly at home. So much so that she couldn't control herself. She kept screaming and jumping because she was so startled to see her son in front of her. She even shed tears during the encounter. Perhaps she really missed her son, so she couldn't contain her happiness upon seeing him. After serving in Afghanistan, this soldier was soon to return home just in time for Thanksgiving. He decided not to inform his family about his return, aiming to surprise them on seeing him during the holiday.
I forgot to taco dip, but I did bring a special surprise.
The surprise was indeed a total success. The entire family was visibly shocked to see him arrive. Several family members then embraced him. They clearly missed him deeply, and finally, they were all reunited.
I'm
corn right here. I'm like, he's gonna do a Christmas time.
This soldier collaborated with the colleagues of his fiancée to set up a surprise. So, they asked his fiancée to attend to a critically ill patient.
What the hell? What are you doing here?
But instead of finding a patient, she was stunned to find her fiancé waiting for her at the hospital where she works.
Surprise!
Perhaps confused about how to react, she asked him what he was doing there, though she was actually pleased to see him appear unexpectedly. Eventually, his fiancée began to cry after asking the question. Truly touching, isn't it? After completing his duties, this soldier returned home and planned a surprise for his parents, especially for his beloved mother. The soldier visited the restaurant where his parents were dining, pretending to be a waiter bringing their meal. His mother was shocked to see her son approaching in full military uniform. She immediately stood up and hugged him tightly. She even cried upon seeing her son return unexpectedly from his duties. Isn't that heartwarming? After serving for some time, this fighter jet pilot finally had the opportunity to come home. Knowing this, his family came to pick him up. His wife and 2 children went to the Air Force Base to welcome the pilot. As he landed and exited his fighter jet, his family ran to meet him. They embraced each other, releasing the longing they had felt during his absence, especially his wife, who missed her husband profoundly. And his children were just as eager to see their father again. This soldier decided to surprise his childhood best friend during an important moment, right before his friend was about to play in an American football game. Imagine the shock his friend felt upon seeing the soldier there on the sidelines. He immediately approached the soldier and hugged him. Huyas bechurir him. The soldier also offered words of encouragement to his friend who was about to compete. It's commendable how their friendship has endured through the years, remaining strong despite the challenges.